And we're live. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Topics today, yes, because I want to drip on you some more material on a almost daily basis. I'm thinking this is a way for you guys to engage, and understand what I'm talking about. And today, the topic is if women are in control of access to sexuality, which women do. Women control access to sex. What is it that men control access to? And this is a blind spot for a lot of you, for a lot of us, not understanding, dynamics, masculine and feminine dynamics in long-term building relationships. So, why should you listen to me? My name is Andre Parody. I'm a relationship coach and NLP coach, neuro linguistic programming, which is how you remove the trauma from your past. Can't get anybody in a healthy relationship until we get the baggage from the past out of the way. Essential. Um, I'm also an educator of effective communication strategies, which means the language, the communication is something that everyone struggles with because, especially in the realm of men and women, we listen and speak differently. What I hear is not what she's saying, and what she hear is not what I'm saying. Enough so that it creates all kinds of derailment, and we think the other one's wrong, and now we're fighting. We don't know why. Again, if you think you're communicating, sounds ridiculous, right? Speak English, looking in your face, understand the words that I'm saying, but you're not getting the results. You're not communicating. And again, this is a common, uh, something that happens between men and women at work, in marriages, in family dynamics, with your parents, blah blah blah. Right? So it's bigger than you think, and that's actually why I call it a blind spot. So it's interesting conversation. So, what do you think it is if women, which is factual, it's always been through the entire history of mankind, women control access to sex, right? Nobody's having sex unless a woman says, "Yeah, that'd be fine," or "Sure, I trust you, I know you," right? So, or you build a rapport with a man that you feel, excuse me, connected to him in a way that you can do that, right? Women control access to sex. Now, this is the one that's gonna throw you on your ear, ladies, because in this modern culture, women like to control everything. And part of the mistakes that you ladies make is you think that your list, right? Your pre-qualifying list for the man that you want. The 3 6, like 6 feet tall, six figure, six pack, six whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? Um, you all have lists, and some people out there, some coaches out there will teach you to make lists. Make some lists that is specifically what is it that you want for the men to be. And your list will typically have like 25 to 40 items. And the list, I call the list you guaranteeing to spend your life alone list. Because if you really pay attention, that list is a unicorn. It describes a man that doesn't exist. And if there's one of them out there, or if even there's a 1% of a man who would fit that precise description, here's the problem. He's going to be He's gonna be the apple of the eyes of about 80% of the women. By the way, 80% of women out there right now are going for 20% of men, 10% of men who are in that high caliber. So you all basically what I'm saying is the guy that the unicorn, if you ever meet the unicorn, what are the chances of him liking you back? Very small. So these lists don't work. These lists don't work. Like you want to know that you want to obviously like not a druggie, not a drunk. Like these things are basically standard. But when you start cracking it down to like the details of it, right? If you have more than 5 items on there that are value based, right? The character of this man is what's important, not his height, not his six pack, right? Like seriously, character and who he is in the world, and then does he seem to be on track for a good future? As an individual, as a man, right? So men who have their lives together are building something, right? Are competing, pushing, conquering out there. You could see him go, and you could see that that's who he is. You know what I mean? That's what's attractive to a woman. I get it. So again, these guys will come around, right? And you have your list, and he doesn't fit your list. So again, you don't. He's not qualified, right? He's missing this. Oh no, he's not making enough money. Oh no, he's not tall enough. By the way, that's freaking ridiculous. I'm just saying, right? If you disqualify a guy because he's not tall enough, again, you're shooting yourself in the foot of what's available to you. Because I'll explain in a second why. But all these ridiculous, like small items on your list that are you want the highest caliber men when most people are average, unrealistic. So here it is. Here's the bomb. Women control access to sex. Men control access to the relationship. Nobody's in a relationship until the guy says, "I like you. I want you to be my girlfriend," or "I want to marry you. You're my woman. You're my woman. You're my one and only." Until a man says that, you have nothing. You understand? So the idea that you can have your list and he's got to match your list, which is again a unicorn and or the 10%, the 5% of guys out there, you're going to reject all the guys who are actually a perfect fit for you because most people again are average. So getting off your high horses about stuff that doesn't matter is something I would invite you to look at. And I'll tell you a story after story after story of clients who've dismissed really good men because they weren't this enough, that enough, this enough, that enough. Like all superficial stuff to me that's ridiculous, right? Um, if you pick a guy with your eyes, this you're a masculine woman. Men pick women with their eyes, woo woo, and then they go investigate her character, right? So if you pick men with your eyes, ladies, you're a man. You're the hunter. You're the chaser. You're the sperm, trying to get the egg, right? So fine, you do whatever you want. That's fine. My point is, a feminine woman, a receptive woman, a woman that attracts men is attracting a man for what he says. So she uses her ears to hear character, to hear a good character, to hear where he's going, to hear that he has values, to hear that he wants to be married, that he wants children, that he doesn't want his wife to work when she's, when they have kids. Like this is how smart feminine women listen, pay attention. This is how they pick men. Pick men with their ears, not their eyes. Again, when in our culture where we masculinize all of you ladies, you end up acting like men and picking men like girls. So, and I want to say this: men aren't supposed to be pretty. Men aren't supposed to be pretty. Men are not the fair sex. That's not nature. Nature is women are the fair sex, and men are start with that. Men are attracted to youth, beauty, and fertility. Women are attracted to power and resources. So when men get older, they get more resourceful, they get more valuable to women, right? So what I'm saying here is I've seen clients after clients dismissing completely perfectly good men who have character, who build something in the world, who are out there kicking it in every way, conquering everything, building empires, building whatever that's not easy, but he's not tall enough. Yeah. Or he's not making the money that I need to. Yeah. Or the problem with all this is you're gonna end up, a lot of my clients are 30, 35, and over, and the men coming at you over the age of 30 falls drastically. This is nature again. I'm sorry to say this, but it's nature. So again, I just want you to understand to really take a good look at your value system. And if you're trying to pick a guy that's going to impress your girlfriend, you're doing it the wrong way. A good man has character, knows who he is. He's like a rock. He's building something in the world. He's relevant, right? He's relevant out there in the world. He's contributing to society, culture. That's how he built his self-respect, self-confidence, right? And these are the men and women respect, right? Now these guys don't care about how they look as much. These guys come in all shapes and sizes. It's their brain that's valuable, not their appearance, not the swag. So my point is here is if you disqualify men because they don't fit your list, you're in danger and of ending up without a man because that pool will disappear. Like I said, even around the age of 30. And now what? Men have to pick you. So imagine what you have to become as a woman: feminine, radiant, warm, lovely, pretty, happy, because to magnetically attract these guys, men with character that build stuff in the world that are relevant, real men, not boys, men. What do you need to do to become, to be, to show up energetically for these guys to go, wow, she's amazing? Men control access to relationships and marriage, not you ladies. Be careful who you disqualify. The price is too much. So take inventory of yourself, what you really value, and why. Mm, or you may miss the boat. I hate to say. Hope that helps. Hope that makes you think. There'll be more next week. Bye for now.